So you see how this works? So this works in such a way where the body is designed, and it is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, the body is a chemical factory. So when you have something like this, a body that's a chemical factory, then whatever you do to it has a chemical reaction. So biology is the study of life, bio, and chemicals are things, molecules put in a way to create something, whether it's food, something synthetic, or in a laboratory, or a combination of things put together so that when you do something to it, there's a reaction. There's a reaction that can happen to it. There's always some form of chemical reaction to anything that we do, whether we know it or not. So when you begin to understand that in order to get rid of something out of the body, you have to first study how. And how is the question, right? So when you say how is the question, well, how does the body get rid of it? You have to understand microbiology. So when you're in the lab and the scientist is looking under a microscope, he is studying what is happening to the cells or whatever it is that he's studying on the smallest level that the naked eye cannot detect nor see unless it has the technology of a microscope to enhance the vision of it. So yes, we feel certain things. Yes, we eat certain things. Yes, we do certain things. But what is happening on a microscopic level? So you do a workout and you're pumping up, but you don't feel it yet. But before you felt it, there were things happening already, which is why it's important for you to understand that health and fitness is based off the nutrients that you put into your system to get the desired result that you are looking for when you go pump it up, when you exercise, when you walk, when you swim, when you do gymnastics, basketball, handball, football, track and field, or if you're a computer analyst, or if you're a teacher, or if you walk dogs, or if you do something on a daily basis that requires your optimal performance. So what happens is on the smallest level of the microbiology, which is the study of the smallest life forms there is under a microscope, you are looking at the smallest and purest form. When you eat that apple is broken down into the smallest forms in which you can no longer detect after your stomach gets rid of it. You may feel good the next day, but that is the chemical reaction result based on your cells, the biochem, the reaction to the cells in which you do, in which you eat has a biology chemical reaction based off the apple, and the apple is supposed to give you what? Vitamin C, fiber, so that you go to the bathroom. That is the chemical reaction to your body. But in order for that to happen, it has to reach the smallest level so that the villi in the intestinal tract can pull on it. Or tell the rest of the apple, we don't need that, keep going. But as it travels through the 30-foot intestinal tract, check this out now. In the beginning, the body may have picked something up, but as you begin to what? Do physical activity throughout the day, whether it's strenuous or intense, the body along the 30-foot cavity of the intestinal tract, the body says, wait, where's that apple? It's right here. We need some more of that. So now the body continues to pass it along. So the cells are running back and forth. They're picking up what they need. See? So along with the oxygen and a circulatory system with open passageways, the body can now heal itself. It can break the food down to its finest, purest form in the micro stage before it was a seed. Because it is the thought that tells the body what to do, and thought travels throughout the body telling the cells what to do, whether we know it or not, believe it or not. Now you can tell a cell to go somewhere, but the cell's going to go where it's designed to go and do. You see? So now going forward with this fasting, right? What is fasting? Fasting means to abstain from something, but once you do it continuously, fasting is no longer fasting. It is a lifestyle based on how you eat. You see? Based on how you live. Based on the consistency of how you do it and when you do it, where and what time and how, all of those 5 W's and the H. I know I said them all, right? I'm just doing a little cleaning right now. But basically now that you're fasting, right? You're fasting. You're saying, look, I'm fasting. Fasting from what and for what? How long and when, where and how you're doing it. You see? So you could be fasting. You can be, they call it, there's nothing wrong with intermittent fasting. They just had to put a name on it because based on the standard way American diet, the standard way of eating in this country says eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner. Because they're saying this, the intensity, the 7-day work. Remember, let's go back real quick. Remember when you only had to work 5 days out of the week for 8 hours a day? Now you got to work 7 days a week, almost 24/7 on a regular job. So, well, you may get 2 to 4 hours of good quality sleep. So now they say eat this and eat that and eat this so that you can continuously give your body what it needs so that you can make it a driving force and you can become a workhorse, and then you can get the end result of having a good work week. Then you could get a good check. So now let's turn it up. Let's flip it. So if that's what's being happened, if that's the culture of the United States of America, look at what 2020 did. 2020 sat everybody at home and said, do this. Now, how many people went unemployed? But how many people now went into self-care? Now, how many people all of a sudden noticed how much pain they were in just by being stagnant? Because movement is medicine. But if you take up people who's been moving for 24/7 and stressed the hell out and eating all types of hours and you make them stagnant, now the body's saying, well, this been here. That been there. This was already here. You just kept on moving and you decided to not pay attention to me. So now I'm going to flare up. You sleeping all day, but now I'm coming out. You see? So these are the things that's hidden on a micro level, on a micro level. So now it's been growing. It's been feeding. You've been feeding it. You have not been taking care of it. You've been feeding it unknowingly. Knowing that you have to eat, knowing that you have to drink, knowing that you're going to celebrate. Now on a micro level, when that food, good food, toxins or whatever it is, reaches this disease or something that could be removed, but it's a dis-ease, maybe a pain. You see, it don't necessarily have to be a sickness, right? It could be something that you feel right here. It could be right here, but you're feeding it. You're feeding the root cause of it. You see, and then when you begin to feed the root cause of it, you see, now the symptom flares up. And what does the doctor say? The doctor says, here, take this medicine. Now, there's nothing wrong with the medicine because the medicine is designed for the standard American diet, the standard of the American diet, and the standard way of living in America. So now you take the pill, you get rid of the symptom, but you didn't get rid of the root cause. The root cause is you. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said it is foolish to live how you live and eat how you eat and then go to the doctor and say, I'm sick. Doctor, fix me. But the doctor's only going to say, well, what's the problem? And you say, well, I have a headache, or I have eye problems, or a heart issue. Or the doctor says, well, here, take this 1, 2, or 3 times a day and then come back after 20 something to 30 days and let's see how you feel. The client, the patient goes, well, all right, doc, I take it. The pain's gone. See, now the symptom of it is gone, but the root cause of it is not. Now, the root cause of it is continuously feeding on what you're doing. You didn't change your lifestyle. Actually, you added something. You added something that's synthetic. You added something man-made. You added something from a laboratory that's been tested on who and when and where and what and how was it tested so they know that it worked. That's the trick question. That's the rhetorical question. That's the question that gets you to think. How do we know this works? Well, look, it works because it's on the market. Come back in 30 days and let's see how you feel. And we're going to do blood test results, and we're going to send it to the lab, to Harvard University, and we're going to let you know, we're going to find out based off your blood how it worked and when it worked and how long it took. That way we can amplify and scientifically improve it, so those with the money, the millionaires, the billionaires, the trillionaires could say, look, listen, I need a product to stay alive. I'm 85 years old. What you got, doc? So then now the doc goes, look, listen, this is what we got. We've been testing on, a couple of a certain amount of people, you understand, and by with results, this is what it'll do. Well, what's the side effect? Well, the side effect is if you continuously living like the way you living after you take this pill, you still gonna die, but the pain won't be there. So you'll probably die a quiet, nice, unpainful death. Oh, really? Absolutely. Well, based off of the data we've collected, based on the age range of whatever it is that we did over the people who took it, it's on paper, it's documented over a 6 to 8 month course through the people who's in and out of these hospitals over here in this region. Well, y'all with the money, well, look, listen, we can make this work for you. It works. This one works, but this one costs, because the reason why it costs, because we need to make more of it. Its potency, the number, the IU's, international units, the G for grams, or the mg for milligrams, because it worked for them. But this one right here, this pill right here, it definitely worked for you. So now who's running the game? Who's running the system? You see, that's why there's a certain oath taken when you're coming out of certain colleges and universities, or anything that you do, right? So now you're fasting. You're fasting. Now here's the other thing I'm saying. Now, when your doctor says don't eat for 24 hours and come in for a checkup and do some blood test results, we're going to draw some blood for you. They want to see how toxic you are from eating all day. So 24 hours doesn't give you enough time for somebody who eats more than 2, 3, 4 to 5 times a day. 24 hours is just getting started. That's why the majority of the people who go in and get blood drawn and they didn't even fast for 24 hours. They went and got blood drawn and now they feel weak. Oh my gosh, you got blood drawn today. No, you got toxicity. You got blood drawn, but the toxins overflew your blood system. So the lack of oxygen flow that's running through your system is making you feel like that. Lack of minerals, lack of vitamins, lack of all the things that you need for your cells to work optimal for you. You understand what I'm saying? So now what happens? Now imagine if all of the doctors follow how to eat to live, just off the strength of telling every single patient, come in on the 3rd day of your fast. I guarantee you, majority of us will not have the issues and symptoms and diseases and sicknesses that we had. So the doctors are one of the most powerful people on the planet. You put on a white coat. I got one. You put your glasses on, you put your Crocs on, right? And you put the little stethoscope around you, you got your ID, and you say, well, ma'am, or well, sir, well, look, listen, this is what we have for you, so you're going to take this. You see how they do it so professional? You're going to take this. It's in a bottle where you can see the pills. And it's orange, too. It's a dull, ugly color. Or you do the white bottle, that you can't see, or whichever one. And you go to the pharmaceuticals, you say, hey, the doctor says I need a prescription to prescribe for what? To the symptom that I have, not the root cause. That's what I'm saying. So the guys, here you go. You see? So now, going forward, now you're getting rid of the symptom, but you're not getting rid of the root cause. So the root cause of how to eat to live is to space your meals out as far as possible. Why? So that you don't feed the root cause of the disease, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, economically, morally, whatever it is. It allows your body to clean itself out. Because if the building to the mosque, the church, the synagogue, or the temple, or whatever you want to call it, when that falls, what's still standing is the human body and the mind and spirit that you carry. Wherever you go, the mosque go. Wherever you go, the church go. Wherever you go, the synagogue go. Wherever you go, the temple go. Wherever you go, you are the embodiment of what you think, feel, speak, spiritually, move, and how and what you do. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who are you? Who are you when you go here? Who are you when you go there? Who are you when you stand up straight? Who are you when you're in the presence of other people? Who are you when you're under pressure? Who are you when there is no pressure? Who are you when the curtains are closed? Who are you? Who? What are you doing? When? Where, why, and how are you getting it done? Point blank. So now to go forward, so now when you're training, hard and you're exercising and you don't feel the pain, what is the root cause? The root cause is that when you're pumping calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, phosphorus, all those different minerals start to contract and explode, contract and explode, contract and explode, contract and explode. Now, guess what? When you run out of minerals and all stuff like that, the muscle fibers begin to what? Tear on a micro level. And then if you don't put back in the necessary numbers of those minerals and vitamins, what happens is that now you put yourself at a vulnerability to what? Catching a disease. You get fat, you tear something, you pop something. You see what I'm saying? You get tired, 2-3 days later you're sore. You see, delayed onset muscle soreness. You see what I'm saying? So now that your body is not optimal, guess what else is not optimal? Your brain is not optimal. Your heart is not optimal. Your lungs are not optimal. Your bone is not optimal. Now everything is doing a rob and steal when you asleep. So when you wake up, you go, oh, whoo, whoo, because you trained too intensely, too hard. So, and you caused a subtraction and a dip in your vitamin and mineral supply. So there is a supply and a demand. So your body demands something and you ran out of the supply. So when your body demands, guess what? When you sleep, your heart and brain rob everything from the rest of the part of your body just to keep you alive. So now going forward, so now that I broke down the exercise and the fasting and the root cause and many different things, you have to understand that this is all on a microbiology level. Yes, we're human beings, but we were once just a thought. And after that, then we became a sperm. And we came through daddy's penis into mommy's vaginal canal into the egg. Spinning righteously hard to the right, exploded into the egg, dropped the tail, the head goes in, and now there's a clot. Now the bones are formed, now it's flesh. Who is the best bodybuilder on the planet? God, Allah himself. That's bodybuilding. If all you know is how to do sex, then you are the tools to creating what? The one who came before you. The root of you is the creator within you. So the Holy Quran says we are closer to them than their actual life vein. Another Quran would say we are closer to them than their jugular vein, which means that the thing that gives you life, the root cause that gives you life, is the one who actually developed and created the heart. The heart never stops. So when you give your body a chance to take a break, right? To take a break from eating and ingesting water where it's been tapped. We tapped it. We tapped your water and we put it in a plastic and put it there and sold it to you for a price. For a price on something that you don't even understand, but you know you need to drink it. So we're going to tap the water so that your body doesn't work optimal, because we need you to be a slave so that you think you're thirsty, but you're really not. And that's why How to Live is so amazing, because it teaches you that you are a god of yourself, your thoughts, and all your actions. So when you drink the coffee, where is it coming from? When you eat the food, who's farming? You see what I'm saying? What did they put in the ground before they put the seed? How you getting your food? How you getting your fruits? Okay? So if you don't go get your stuff like that from a farm, or your animals from a farm 24/7, we all in the same boat. So that's why fasting is so essential to the living today. Because now all of a sudden, now we have all underlying diseases that we could breathe and get sick and die. So you know what that puts us on? Black people saying they say that by study we the number one people that's been dying because of COVID. They're painting a picture. The root cause is that our lifestyle and way of living was designed for this, to be a diseased people. So now they can label us. That's a diseased people. You're a disease. We have something that you can breathe and that will take you out of here, because we have no longer need for the former slave. We have everything we need now. You see what I'm saying? So to call the people of the earth to kill off as many people as possible is to get rid of who? To get rid of something or someone that you oppressed, suppressed, put in depression, all of those different types of actions. You see what I'm saying? And get rid of them and remove them so that our life could be a whole lot better and we can have much more room to run across the planet Earth. That's why we die so early. So now, if you're on the side of living right and doing right, whether you're black, white, color, purple, all that different types of stuff, and you all about the health and the self-care, don't let health and self-care be a trend. Don't do it. Because if you go into 2021 and without the self-care motive, brushing your teeth, flossing, cleaning your ears, cleaning your body. You understand what I'm saying? Taking time out for yourself, saving money, helping somebody, taking a hot bath with salt and put some bubbles in there. You can put your TV, you can put your phone on a stand, and then next thing you know, you got a whole movie going. You understand? There's whole different types of levels to this self-care. Don't get caught up in the trend just because people do massage. Don't get caught up in the trend. Health always been there. It's just that they make it a trend, so now they can call it self-care Sunday, self-care Monday, self-care Tuesday, self-care. That means you forgot about yourself. That's all that means. That means that you literally forgot about yourself. So now it becomes a self-care. But good, that's a good thing though, but don't let it become a trend. Allow the self-care to be a new habit, a habit that allows you to be a better person in self-development so that you can be better for others. Peace.